My first involvement with the Y, I think was when we had children. A very good thing to build a father and son relationship.
My involvement with the Y started when I was very young. I was probably 5 or 6.
I'm just so grateful I found this place, and my family found this place, because all of them feel the very same way.
If you look back at the history of the Y and you think, what would have happened? How would this area be if there hadn't been ever a Y?
It would have been poorer.
There'd be a huge void.
It brings all of us together, and I think this community would really be at a loss if not for this Y.
That has made a big difference in the lives of many of the people around me.
So my memories are that the Y was like a second home to me.
This is my home, and I love that it's the home for so many people.
Benno and I loved every minute. He just ate, drank, and sleep. Why?
Yeah, Dad was a really big Y person in the 50s and 60s. The Christmas tree sale was a big part of our growing up, because we would all go out and help. When we were little, we'd hide behind the trees and hold them up for people and show them off and try to get them to buy them, and it was super fun.
They all joined with Ralph Wheaton was in charge of the Christmas tree lot at the time.
The Christmas tree sales made a lot of good money and a lot of good memories.
And at that time, in the 70s and 80s, the pancake breakfast was very popular, not just with the Y, but the community came in. And along about this time, the Dykeys, Lois and Ed Dykey, were local philanthropists, and so they came in and said, well, what's going on? And he saw it and he said, now this is what the Y should do. It's got the families, it's teaching the kids. This is great. And getting that approval meant a lot to everybody.
But I know the Dykeys were so instrumental in philanthropy for so many organizations. But Dykey dinner has a that has a ring to it. I remember going, that was 40 some years ago.
Ralph Wheaton was then president, and along with his 4 generations back, or 3 or 4 generations back, the Wheatons were wonderful supporters. He thought we should have the service club again, and we started the Wise Men again because of Ralph Wheaton.
The reason I'm 100 years old is because I have worked out, and I've done most of my working out connected with a Y.
It just seems pretty remarkable that this Y, Ryall YMCA, should have been here 100 years. And it's of a special interest to me because Ryall himself and my father, who was a YMCA man, the two of them worked with the YMCA in Russia at the time of the Russian Revolution, and both got booted out of Russia at that time. But that's the YMCA. It goes around the world, and it does what you're supposed to do.
100 years, that's, in any part of history, I think 100 years is a long time, and the Y is certainly flourishing today.
It would be a very different community without the Y, and I think it's important to support our local community, and it's a great organization, does so much for so many people that I'm very happy to support it.